Hello students, today we will study about law of equimarginal utility. Law of equimarginal utility definition. It is the second important law of the utility analysis. This law was first propounded by Hermann Heinrich Gaussen, which is known as H. Gaussen. It is known as Gaussen's second law. This law points out how a consumer can get maximum satisfaction out of given expenditure on different goods. As we know, we have limited resources and unlimited needs. So, how to satisfy those unlimited needs from available resources? That is the problem of economics, and the law of equimarginal utility uh, define equilibrium between resources and needs. Assumptions of the law states that in order to get maximum satisfaction, a consumer should spend his limited income on different commodities in such a way that the last rupee spent on each commodity yields him equal marginal utility. Definition. According to Dr. Marshall, if a person has things which he can put to several uses, he will distributing it among these uses in such a way that he has the same marginal utility in all. Two statement of law. First, traditional statement, and the second, modern statement. Traditional statement of the law. According to traditional statement, the consumer will spend his money income in such a way that last rupee spent on each product will give him equal satisfaction. It means MU1 equal to MU2 equal to MUN. That means marginal utility of 1 should be equal marginal utility of 2, commodity 2, and so on. Conditions. There must be two or more commodities. Whatever marginally utility she gets from both commodities must be equal. She must spend all the income. This is the most important condition of this law. He should spend all the income on the commodity, and there should be minimum two commodities. Let's understand from an example. For example, income spent. Suppose X person income is rupees 100. Let's repeat. Suppose X person's income is rupees 100. X has rupees 100. Sorry, X has 100 rupees. Price of one apple equal to 20 rupees. Okay. Price of one apple equal to 20, and price of one banana equal to rupees 10. For example, 1 into 20 equal to 20 and 3 into 10 equal to 30. Then total income spent equal to rupees 50. Is it clear? Because one apple cost 20 and one banana cost 10. If you buy one apple, that will cost rupees 20, and if you will buy 3 banana, then it will cost 3 into 10 equal to 30 rupees, and the total income spent would be rupees 50. 3 into 20 equal to 60, and 4 into 10 equal to 40. Then total income spent would be rupees 100. What this mean? If you buy 3 apples, that will cost 3 into 20 equal to 60 rupees, and if you buy 4 bananas, that will cost 4 into 10 equal to 40 rupees. then total income spent or expenditure of the consumer would be rupees 100. Second modern statement. Modern economists also call it as the law of proportionality. According to them, a person gets maximum satisfaction when he weighted marginal utility are equal. What is the difference between traditional statement and modern statement? Modern statement says that a person gets maximum satisfaction when the weighted marginal utility are equal. Now let's understand what is the marginal weighted marginal utility. In other words, when marginal utilities of one commodity divided by its price and the marginal utility of other commodity divided by its price are equal, then he will get maximum satisfaction. Let's repeat. In other words, when marginal utility of one commodity divided by its price and the marginal utility of other commodity divided by its price are equal, then customer will get maximum satisfaction. In mathematical formula, marginal utility of A divided by price of A equal to marginal utility of B divided by price of B equal to marginal utility C upon price of C. What's the formula saying? When marginal utility of A divided by price of A equal to marginal utility of B divided by price of B equal to marginal utility of C divided by price of C. When all these are equal, then customer will get maximum satisfaction. This is the modern statement. Modern method calculating MU with price. So let's take an example. Total money equal to rupees 24. Suppose a customer has 24 rupees. He want to buy two commodities, commodity X and commodity Y. Commodity X price equal to rupees 2 per commodity and commodity Y cost rupees 3 per unit. Let's repeat. Suppose that a customer has total 24 rupees to spend. Okay, he want to buy two commodities, commodity X and commodity Y. Commodity X cost rupees 2 per commodity, while price of commodity Y equal to 3 rupees. So let's start. First unit, marginal utility of X from first unit of X equal to 20 and marginal utility from first unit of Y is 24. Here the marginal utility of X and Y is given. How he will get marginal utility? As we know and we have studied about law of diminishing marginal utility, when we continuous use a commodity, then we will get a diminishing marginal utility. So here marginal utility of X and marginal utility of Y is given. When he consume first unit of X, then he get 20 utils. When he consume second unit of X, then he get 18. When he get consume third unit, he will get 16 utils, and so on. Just like this, when he use first unit of y, then he will get 24 from first unit, 21 utils from second, 18 from third unit, 15 from fourth unit, and so on. So let's start. He will spend rupees 1. Suppose he is going to spend rupees 1, then he will choose y commodity because he is getting 24 utils. Then in next rupees he will choose x unit because he is getting 20. Then he will spend his third rupee on again on commodity y because he get more utils comparative to x, because if you consume second unit of x, then he will get only 18 utils, while in consuming y commodity he will get 21 utils. So he will spend his third rupee, first rupee on y, second on x, third on again y, and fourth on x, then y. So mu of money expenditure, how we will find? From the formula mu x upon px. So we will divide marginal utility of x 20 divided by price of x, that is 2, equal to 10. Here you can see this is 10. Okay, now mu x upon px of second unit equal to mu x upon px. So mu x equal to 18, this is 18, divide by price of x, that is 2, equal to 9. So you can see here 9 rupees. And same in case of commodity y, marginal utility of y divided by price of y. So marginal utility of first unit of commodity y equal to 24 divided by price of y, that is third, equal to 8. So you can see here 8. Marginal utility of second unit of commodity y equal to 21 divided by price of y equal to 3, equal to 7. You can see here 7. So we will find out same on marginal utility of money expenditure. In modern method, calculating marginal utility with respect to price, this will be done. After this, consumer's choice law of equimarginal utility. So here is given two diagrams. Diagram 1 is quantity of x and diagram 2 is commodity quantity of y. How he spend his rupees or his income, that is shown in this graph. This line shows mu x upon px, while this line shows mu y upon py. Loss and gain between x and y. So here we can see how much he lost to gain commodity of y, how much quantity of x he loses to gain quantity of y. We can see here this is loss of quantity x and this is gain of quantity y. Importance of the law. This law is important in consumption, production, exchange, price, discrimination, distribution, public finance and international trade, distribution of assets and distribution of time, saving and investment. In all these fields, this law of equimarginal utility is important. Now we come to criticism of law of equimarginal utility. What are the criticisms of law of equimarginal utility? Many of economists criticize law of equimarginality utility on the basis of these points: non-availability of goods. The first condition of law equimarginal utility is that consumer should have minimum two goods, but many times non-availability of goods is a common problem. Inflation of fashion, customs and habits, tastes and preferences are not constant. Invisibility of goods, change in income and price, complementary goods, marginal utility of money does not remain constant because of inflation effect. All due to all these reasons, law of equimarginal utility is criticized. Thank you so much.